Before we begin this video, please click on subscribe, ring that notification bell, and like, comment, and share.
Hello everyone, my name is Ahijagan and today we're gonna talk about the VRR stuttering issue. So you might be wondering, how can this be? How can this happen? VRR is supposed to smoothen everything up and make it like look flawless. No stuttering, no screen tearing. Well, I'm gonna show you this weird stuttering issue. So let me show you that my VRR is turned on first so you can believe what I'm about to show you. Look at this. G-Sync on. Full screen in window with my TV selected and enabled VRR and the G-Sync. Now we're gonna open a game, start a game that's like one of the best looking games, alright? Cyberpunk 2077. And you're gonna see what I'm talking about. It's not a bug that's like, it's not the game's fault, because I have tested this with VSync at locked FPS and it works perfectly, but with VRR it has some weird issue. So now I'm gonna show you this thing. Let me turn on the volume and increase it. Alright, Cyberpunk 2077. Max graphics settings with an RTX 3080 and DLSS. Let me show you. So yeah, just look at this, alright? Everything's cranked up to the highest level of that. So I just set it to performance last time, but I used quality for the test that I wanted to show you for VRR, because it's supposed to work. But let me just show you instead of talking about it. So yeah, you know what VRR is about, right? It's about making variable frame rates without the VSync be flawless. But for some reason, VRR doesn't work when you're having like a game with very nice looking graphics like ray tracing and stuff, and set up to 4K even though you have DLSS. So yeah, let's do this. Let me turn on my controller so it will be easier to show you what one-handed. Alright, look. So yeah, the last time I played Cyberpunk I messed around. This time I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So right now it's at 36, 35 something FPS. And you probably wonder, okay, so hold on, let me set it to 60 FPS to show you. The video is running at 60 FPS to show you every single thing. So yeah, as I run and do stuff while I play, you will notice few stuttering here and there. If you try to focus, you can see it. Motion blur, I enabled motion blur to hide it, but it's still there if you focus. So let me I'm not gonna disable motion blur because it's one of the graphical features, right? So this is at maximum settings. Look at how it stutters. It's really noticeable if you focus. While I run, while I do things, while I like just go on my fantastic adventures, just wanting to have fun, it still has this weird bug. But I have a fix, of course. So let me explain it. First of all, make sure your VRR is properly set up. So first, you grab your TV's controller, remote, go to settings, external inputs, and go to HDMI 3 or 4 because they are the only ones that support it, and choose VRR enhanced format. Number 2, make sure that your HDMI is 2.1. Okay, by showing you doesn't, it's not just by the looks. You gotta see a box, an HDMI cable that says 2.1. That's the second one, and that you have an NVIDIA GPU that's properly supports VRR. Then, when you go and you go to the settings of NVIDIA control panel, then you go to G-Sync. You might be, after when you open it, you're first taken to this place, I think, probably this one, but you go to G-Sync. You enable G-Sync, enable from window then full screen just in case, and check this box, otherwise it won't work. Also select this before this one, checking this one, and then hit enable, just like this. Hold on, but yeah, so I checked it right. Now I hit apply. The screen supposedly goes black for the first time, and then you just exit this thing. Now when you go to Cyberpunk, open the menu, go to settings, go to video, and disable VSync. Disable it completely, turn it off. Okay, and then also one more extra thing. The VRR support range of X900H is not like from 1 Hz to 120 Hz. It's from 48 Hz to 120 Hz. So check this out. Right now we're at, ignore this, this is just a menu bug. Okay, now we're at 35 FPS. If we go into action, it will probably go below that, and it's still not at 48 Hz. So what do we do? If the range is from 48 Hz to 120, then that means it won't work if it's below that or above that. So we can't just crank the settings up to the maximum, whatever, ultra. We have to reduce it in order to get, we have to reduce it if we don't get the FPS that's required, 48 to 120, between that. So what do? We go to settings. What I recommend changing in this settings is, you can change anything, of course, but I recommend changing the DLSS. I know some people would like to turn it off or set it to quality, but you gotta make some sacrifices if you want to get that performance. So I set it to balanced. Let's see, we get 41, 42, maybe even higher FPS or lower, depending on what I do. So let's reduce it. Let's change the DLSS settings again to performance mode this time. Performance DLSS. And now, what do you expect, guys? 50, 40, like, okay. So it is within VRR range, but it's still very, like, if you go into action, you might drop below that. So you might want to change your ray tracing settings. But I'm not gonna bother doing that right now. I'm just gonna change this to ultra performance to just for like as an example of what when you reduce your settings and stuff. So now it's at 60, 62, 61 FPS. You don't need to go that high when you reduce your graphical settings. You just need to get to at least, I mean, like 57, 8, something like that, 58. I recommend 58 at least, like 10 FPS higher than the required, than the minimum range of the VRR. And now you have a smooth experience that you always wanted with VRR, and the FPS going like ranging from 50 to 60 FPS. It can probably go below that. I mean, it just did right now. Like, you can, all right, I'm gonna show you. You can, let's turn off ray tracing for a moment, just for the purpose of this video. And I mean, yeah, let's just do it. Let's do it for you guys. This game without ray tracing is weird. All right, anyway, look. So now it's at 50 something FPS. I don't know what's going on, but it is what it is, I guess. Maybe it turned out off. Never mind. So yeah, the point is that you get smoother experience with higher FPS. If you're really close to the minimum range of VRR, you might still get bad experience, because if it goes below that, you're gonna experience stuttering and stuttering. So be sure to check out your FPS before you play the game. Don't expect everything to be smooth. Right, so let's try driving a car. Let's see. All right, and let's see how it's gonna be now with the car. Let's try driving it. Smooth, right? 70 FPS, 60, basically above the VRR minimum range. The thing that you want, then the thing that you need, because without good performance, you're not gonna have a good experience. So be sure to watch out for those stuff that you're gonna do. All right. Woo. Well, that was weird. Let's try to do some weird stuff. Take this, everyone. Sorry, but this is a small price for salvation. This is to save the world from overpopulation, because we're in 2077 and bad stuff are gonna happen if we don't do something about it. So we're gonna sacrifice some people. Sorry about that. Sorry. I think that's enough, guys. What happened? My controller turned off. Yeah, so, oh my god, please calm down. So yeah, I was saying, expect everything to be smooth without setting your graphical settings. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, share and all that stuff, and see you next time.
So yeah, as a reminder, subscribe and ring the bell and all that good stuff about liking and commenting and sharing, and goodbye. See you next time.